What's like the dumbest thing you guys think you're gonna ask?
Who killed Jenny Schechter?
Yes. We all want to know.
So being a young gay couple, we're not as represented in the media or even just in older couples that we know.
It's hard to imagine growing older as a couple and imagining what our life will be like when we don't have people around us that represent us.
So we are talking to strangers.
My name is Madonna.
My name is Robin, and we've been in a relationship now for 12 and a half years.
Do you mind if we ask how old you were when you met?
Late 40s.
What's the age difference between the two of you?
I'm like
70
years.
No, 7 years. I
7
think
years.
it's 7
I'm
years.
61, she's 50.
Okay. See, ours is 5 years. And when we tell people, it sounds like a lot.
Wait, who's
She's older.
Okay.
Wow,
As you get older,
who
though,
cares?
it doesn't, yeah.
Well, okay, so I was going through my hot flashes first. I'm not out of my hot flashes by any stretch of the imagination,
And I'm in.
but she's fully in, and I'm having fewer of
So
them.
now I'm throwing covers and cats.
So you do have cats?
Yes. We have 4 cats.
We're fortunate enough today where there's a growing amount of representation in media. What was that like for you guys?
I remember I was working in a corporate world, and I had to be a little bit closeted in the 80s. When Ellen came out, I was able to say at work, okay, I'm like Ellen. I'm like her. And if you can like her, if you can just like me for who I am, you'll be fine.
So how did you meet other gay people?
For me, it was a different trajectory. It was more finding each other in the bars, playing softball. There's a reason we have stereotypes. We played softball, I mean, that shit happened. I was a softball. Yes. You have your card, you're good. There were the festivals, the women's festivals were great for lesbians. These places where you would find each other happened to be those places where people were trying to make change in the world too. You felt like you were part of the underground of the movement.
Did you notice a different evolution for gay men than gay women?
My brother died of AIDS in '91, and this whole community of friends died. And lesbians were coming forward to help our friends. The Names Project and the Quilt was huge in the 80s and early 90s, and I stood on the quilt when it first existed. Some of the younger men, I feel like, don't understand how tragic that was, but none of us who lived through that time and seeing those people leave will ever forget that.
Do you have any advice for younger gay couples?
The one thing that you always want to remember, and this has to do with any relationship, if you don't know how to be a friend, you don't know how to be in a relationship, because that's what the relationship is.
My advice is to live in your truth. Turn off the voices that will condemn you or pretend that they know better than you. Do you want to be in your happy place or your sad place? I want to be in my happy place. And that's where we choose to live. You've been together
Three and a half years.
Okay.
About.
How are you doing out there?
We're like the only women that we've dated, and we're kind of recently out. So that's fun. We came out, and then shortly after we moved to LA, and I think that was really great for us to kind of get out of
Distance ourselves.
bubble and kind of be able to be like, hey, this is who we are, and have people be like, cool, I don't care.
I think going through that whole process together
Yeah.
really strengthens us as a couple.
Like having to fight for this relationship makes the place that we're in now, I'm so grateful for it.
And you guys are only the next generation.
Yeah.
You're not 2 generations down. You're the next
Maybe
generation
you'll
from
help
us.
clear the road for people behind you.
And I think part of the reason that we can be so comfortable in who we are now has a lot to do with the work that both of you have put in through your many different resources and your many different years. So very appreciative of your time and your wisdom, and thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We now have lesbian friends.
So do we.
Do you know who killed Jenny Schechter?
You know what? I would have to think about that. I'd have to really rack my brain.
The big mystery of the lesbian community.
Jenny Schechter.
Probably.